outset, I thank Almighty and my parents for this wonderful day. Thank you very much. A long list. On this day, I thank all the dignitaries on the stage and members of the Chamber of Commerce, Christian Chamber of Commerce. It is a wonderful opportunity to meet you all, thanks to Mr. Rajesh. I just came for some purpose yesterday night, and we have been interacting for various purposes in the recent past. So he asked me to share my views with the Christian Chamber of Commerce. And I should thank all the members of this Chamber of Commerce. And first of all, I need to congratulate all the awardees in today's function, because I only know it's always every successful person has got a painful story, and every painful story has got a successful end. The success does not lead to royal roads, but once you attain the success, many royal roads are opened up. This is what I have seen in my life. Ratan Tata beautifully puts, if you want to walk fast, you walk alone. If you want to walk far, as on today, all these successful entrepreneurs here, as one of the awardees was mentioning here, it is not possible without an appropriate team with us. That's why it is said, successful people cannot achieve the goal alone. And if you want to be successful, you will have to create successful people around you. The success of Kerry Indev is that from the beginning, I have been creating people who have got the talents to grow with freedom and accountability. Dear friends, when I say it is a painful story, it's not so easy, because I don't belong to Mumbai, but I come from South, but of course in a small village. I was born in a big family of 12 children, and those days I used to call my father the greatest manufacturer. Because he had a lot of time. He was working for the court, and my mother was a teacher in the local school. They were really finding it difficult to educate us. But then my mother was all the time very clear that all my children have to get educated. And then we had the opportunity to study only in Tamil medium. I never studied English till I came to the college. So I had to face a lot of challenges in my life. So when I went through my college studies, as I always say in the Bible, God's ways are very strange. For Reverend Father is here, I wanted to become a priest. And in fact, I enrolled myself to become a priest. But unfortunately, probably they would have thought I'm not fit. They told me first you finish your graduation, and then probably, if you are willing, we will take you. Then after the graduation, I never wanted. So then, when I finished, once I finished, then I started this company in a very small way with about 5 people, 20,000 investments. All that was happening. I all the time tell my parents, we don't have background, we don't have people, our relatives are not rich. But then I have to be a first generation businessman. Please give me an opportunity to struggle and let me see. But that was the time my father was all the time wanting me to become an IAS officer, that is UPSC, to pass the UPSC. You wouldn't believe, fortunately, unfortunately, in the first attempt itself, I passed my prelims and finals, and I was to go to Delhi for my interview because my marks were very good. My father was very upset. Then I told my father, I have 2 more attempts. Allow me to do that. Then I started this custom broker's job. I had some business. It created some confidence in me. And slowly I started thinking something different, innovative, what I could do for this logistics field in India, which was very, very fragmented. It was in a very infant stage. But I was anticipating, I had a vision that after 2000, India would get into a lot of more and more multinational companies. And we need to create services all under one roof. Then only we could be competitive. As you all know, India has got one of the highest logistics cost. And logistics is today, as our MP was mentioning, GST is the backbone. Many people have to understand. Of course, we have teething problems. But then all the critical factors under GST is going to help. And in fact, it has got a direct impact on our GDP. This has to be understood. In fact, by doing away with all the checkposts, already we have saved 40,000 crores, which is having a tremendous impact on our GDP. I was reading a story that today, in order to be successful, there's a cockroach story. Google's president was talking about, when the ladies were sitting and talking, there was a cockroach fell on one of the ladies. Of course, ladies are always afraid of cockroaches. She started jumping and panicky and so on. And then in that process, the cockroach flew onto another lady. And again, the drama continued. And then the waiter came. He was trying to do something, and finally, the cockroach fell on him. But then, the waiter was cool and composed. And he watched the behavior of the cockroach. And then, after some time, he coolly took the cockroach and threw it out of the restaurant. Now, look at this story. Now, is it the problem of cockroach creating panicky? No. It is because the lady got into the situation, she was panicky in the sense that the waiter was responding, whereas the lady was reacting. What is more important is that the problem is not with the cockroach. The problem is of handling the situations. The problem is of handling the problems in the right way. This is where all the business people today, we need to understand, we have to be responsive to the situations rather than reacting. In most of the places, we are not able to go beyond certain stages. It is because we started reacting to the situations instead of better handling the problems around us. So my sincere experience over a period of time is this story, that we need to try to handle the situations and the problems in an appropriate way rather than blaming what has come to us. And finally, as a first generation businessman, yes, I have challenges. But then, Vivekananda beautifully puts, risk is my life, possible is my hope, impossible is my enemy, dangerous is my gain, and my name is success, and follow me. This is the word which I have to leave. And it is important that until you spread your wings, you may not be knowing how far you can fly. Life is not finding yourself. Life is all the more the creativity in you. If people are successful today, they would have been different in one way or other. They would have been proactive. They would have been innovative. So I wish Chamber of Commerce, and what I have to tell you is that we always say, in the forest, in the jungle, the biggest is always, which is the biggest one, the elephant. Which is the tallest one is giraffe. Which is the fastest one is cheetah. Which is the wisest one is the fox. But then, where is lion? But why do you call lion as a king? It is because lion is courageous. Lion will not leave any opportunity untried. And for lion, whether it is a small object or a big object, will use the same force and all the time alert. And that is why, in order to be successful, you don't have to be smartest. You don't have to be brilliant. You don't have to be fastest. What is required is that what you can have, what you can achieve, what is the willpower you have, whether you are having self-belief and confidence, are you willing to face the challenges? If you take eagle, is one bird you have to learn a lot of things about eagle. When all the birds, when they raining, they will look for the nest. Eagle is the only bird will fly above the sky to face the challenge of this rain and still will fly high. And if you need to be continuously having the sustainability like eagle, you will have to stay in your comfort zone. If you look at an eagle, when it kills a snake, on the ground, the snake is venomous. So it will pick up the snake and it will fly up. The moment it flies up, snake loses its balance and venomous capacity. And then it will eat the snake. In other words, eagle knows that he has to fight the competitors only in the comfort zone. And for the eagle, the comfort zone is to fly and kill its prey on top. My dear friends, please understand, this is the competitive world and we need to share information. And I'm happy that Chamber of Commerce is becoming more technology oriented. As our MP mentioned, more and more digital things have to come in, which will enhance the efficiency, which will enhance. So far we are efficient. You need to stay motivated. What is the difference between efficiency and effectiveness? India is growing effective because efficiency plus motivation is equal to effectiveness. In any organizations, in any of our field, if you want to be successful, you need to stay motivated and you need to be more effective. Thank you very much for this opportunity.